We're about to begin in 1 minute. Welcome to this meditation of 3 deep breaths. Begin by taking a deep breath and hold it for a few seconds. Exhale and relax. Take another deep breath, as deep as you can, and hold it. Count for 5 seconds. And as you exhale, just imagine blowing out all of your stress. Take a third deep breath and hold it. And as you exhale, you blow out any stress you've been holding on to, saying to yourself, "Relax now." This is your new solution to stress. Whenever you become stressed in the future, you simply take 3 fully in and deep breaths, holding it at the top for 5 seconds. And when you exhale, blow out any stresses that you feel. On the 3rd breath, as you exhale, you simply say to yourself, "Relax now." Begin by slowly blinking your eyes. And with each number I say, blink once. 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. And 0. Allow your eyes to gently close. And when you do this, you feel a wave of relaxation sweep over you. Now I invite you to focus on the sensations at the top of your head. Just notice how the very top of your head feels. And now let your focus move down to your eyes. Just notice how your eyes feel. Ask them to relax even more. The little movement in your eyes is called rapid eye movement and is completely normal. These small eye movements allow for you to feel calm. Notice how the back of your head feels, if it's touching a surface. How heavy does your head feel right now? Let your focus move to your nose and feel the slight sensation of the air moving in and out with your breath. When you breathe in, imagine that you are being filled with calmness. And when you breathe out, imagine your body feels heavy and deeply relaxed. Very good. Now focus on your ears. Notice how they feel and what they hear around you. Try to hear every single noise. When sounds come into your ears, they act like little waves of relaxation, taking you even deeper. Notice the sound of my voice and how soothing and comforting it is. From here forward, you can only hear my voice guiding you. All other sounds passing only take you deeper into a state of deep relaxation. Now focus on your mouth. How does it feel? And what do you notice? Can you sense a flavor? Something you recently tasted? Perhaps you can imagine biting into a fresh slice of lemon, and you notice how your mouth waters. Very good. And move your focus down now to your neck. And if there is any tension, just ask it to release a little more. Notice how your neck feels right now. And just feel all the sensations in your neck. Now focus on your shoulders and move your attention slowly down each arm, down, down, all the way to each fingertip. What are your fingertips touching right now? Feel the sensations on your fingertips. Nice. Allow your focus to go to your chest, relaxing this area, as well as your upper back. And if you notice any tension, just ask it nicely to release just a little. Now imagine you are focusing on your heart and feeling it beating strongly, supporting you. Relax your heart and notice how good it feels to do so. And now focus on your lungs. Feel them gently expanding and contracting with your breath, delivering oxygen to your body. Allow your focus to move down your vital organs and digestive system. Just notice your belly and how it feels. Just observe it working and digesting effortlessly for you. Now notice your lower back and how it is pressing against the surface you are on. And if you feel any tension, just say, "Please relax just a little more." Focus now on your pelvis and hips and notice any sensations you are having there. This takes you even deeper into a state of relaxation, allowing your focus to move down each leg now, slowly relaxing those as well. Your legs have been taking you so many places, and they deserve to fully relax. Notice this wonderful wave of relaxation moving down to your knees and down your lower legs, all the way to your feet and the very tip of each toe. Good. You are doing so well. Now that you have relaxed your body so well, I'm going to count down from 10, and with each descending number, your conscious mind will relax even more, letting go of any beliefs that hold you back from your goal, from your highest good. Imagine that you are standing at the top of a set of stairs, And when I begin counting, you will walk down the stairs. Okay. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Good. It's natural that your conscious mind gives less and less importance to the words that I'm saying, allowing your subconscious mind to be present right now. From now on, choose to be relaxed. You choose to be calm. You choose to be in control of all you do because your health is very important to you. Remember that it is natural for you to be healthy and happy. It is unnatural for you to have sickness and discomfort. Now hear yourself saying, each day, in every way, I am getting better and better. In order to make change, I challenge myself. Change is not comfortable. In fact, it is inconvenient. So if I feel comfortable with the change I am making, I'm probably not extending myself enough. When I have a negative thought, I acknowledge that I feel this way, and then I release it. When another negative thought arises, I catch it quickly, and I say with confidence, I acknowledge that part of me feels this way. But this thought does not help me right now. Each day, in every way, I am getting better and better. Whenever I am presented with feelings of stress, I know my breath is there to soothe me and guide me into relaxation. Every day, I become more aware of all of the good going on around me and in my life. When I feel negative and a sense of darkness surrounding me, I know that it is as simple as taking 3 deep breaths to begin to see the light, to begin to feel the positive. For these 3 deep breaths relax my mind and body. Every day, in every way, I am getting better and better. I choose to make great changes. by challenging my thoughts. From now on, I notice and challenge every single negative and unproductive thought that arises. From this point, let me repeat that to you so that it is perfectly clear. Whenever you find yourself having negative, unproductive thoughts and going to that dark place, you will immediately say to yourself, "Stop." And as soon as you say "stop," you will notice that the negative thoughts magically disappear. This gives you the opportunity to start a new positive thought process. How do you feel? Notice how you feel right now. Notice exactly how you feel right now. Good. Now I'm going to count from 1 to 10. And at the count of 10, you will be awake and refreshed and ready for your day. 1. Slowly coming back to the present moment. 2. 3. 4. Feeling refreshed with a new energy coming in as you breathe. 5. 6. 7. Bringing with you all that you have learned today. 8. 9. Almost there. And 10. Welcome back. Good. Know that you are doing very powerful work by practicing this meditation. Do it as often as you can, without skipping a day if you can, for at least 21 days. This is the way to change your life for the better. Thank you and have a great day. You ought to be very proud of yourself.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Unity Spiritual Center of Hamilton, and welcome to everyone who is online with us today. We are happy you're joining us, and we hope you stay for the entire time. We'll be with you. My name is Marcy Daly. I'll be your presider for today. So you know that everything we receive, 10% of it goes out to bless our community. And we are blessing in this quarter Hamilton, Food Share, and Unity Canada. And so we begin with the abundance prayer. And here comes Emilio.
May God's spark within shine its light. May the flame of love burn so bright that the whole world can see our true reality is the awesome abundance of life. I know a place that's quiet, where stillness fills the air, where darkness disappears into the light that's everywhere. I go there in the morning and linger through the day. It gives me everything I need to soothe me as I pray. May God's spark within shine its light. May the flame of love burn so bright that the whole world can see our true reality is the awesome abundance of life. Whenever there's a moment of pain, despair, or doubt, I know that I can go within so I may flow without. And in that sweet surrender, I open up my heart to all the good that waits for me, that this world can impart. May God's spark within shine its light. May the flame of love burn so bright that the whole world can see our true reality is the awesome abundance of life. The peaceful abundance, the promised abundance, the perfect abundance of life. Awakened abundance, amazing abundance, astounding abundance of life. May God's spark within shine its light. May the flame of love burn so bright that the whole world can see our true reality is the awesome abundance of life. Yes, the whole world can see our true reality is the awesome abundance of life. The awesome abundance of life.
Month is release, and the color, as you can see, is brown. So let's read that affirmation together. I let go of what no longer serves me. I release anything and everything that no longer serves my best life. I release using my ability to let go. I release and I let go.
Hi, everyone, and those of you online. My name is Reverend Ann Aukangas, and this is one of my favorite things to do. Not just because it's an opening prayer, but just an opportunity to truly, deliberately connect with the Spirit within. So join with me in consciousness and close your eyes if that allows for you to really center in the truth of your being. And allow the words that I speak to be the words of your own heart if they resonate with you. As I gently breathe into this moment, I remember that there is only the divine. It is the absolute. It is everything. It is the seen and the unseen. It is the pure potentiality of everything. and it is me in every way. I am its hands and feet. I am its vessel through which it creates. And I know that my thoughts, my beliefs, conscious and unconscious, truly create my life, my reality. So today, I allow Spirit to guide me, to show me the best way forward. For it always is so much better than anything I could come up with. For my highest and best is unfolding now. So with a grateful heart, I let go and I let it be so. Please join with me in affirming. And so it is. And a world that works for everyone.
We are creating a world that works for everyone. Yes, we're amazing, and we've just begun to feel the power and freedom to be who we came here to be, as we discover each other and celebrate humanity. We are creating a world that works for everyone. Yes, times are changing. It's all a revolution as we are walking together. Love is leading the way through the fields of compassion to a world that works for everyone. To a world that works for everyone. Walking together, love is leading the way through the fields of compassion to a world that works for everyone.
Now for the absolute word. The word for today is together. And the affirmation is, I am better when we work, play, and pray together. Would you like to say that? I am better when we work, play, and pray together. Joining with others to work makes the job easier. Joining together for fun multiplies the enjoyment. I give myself a boost and brighten my mood when there is camaraderie, cooperation, and support. All people everywhere are divine and human. In our divinity, we are identical, while in our humanity, we are unique. When I work, play, or pray with others, something greater than the sum of our individual efforts and insights results. The awareness of divine love grows and multiplies as we recognize it in one another and give it fuller expression in ourselves. Work becomes more productive, play more enjoyable, and prayer more fulfilling. Together, we produce more good work and feel more joy and happiness than any of us could accomplish on our own.
People shouting like they got the answer. Louder and louder now they're doubting in a sea of anger. Quick to judge, pass the blame, assign the labels. Wish we'd all stop acting like we're strangers. If we could see underneath, we are all one family. And it don't matter where you come from. Every heart beats to the rhythm of one love. One love, one love. Every heart beats to the rhythm of one love. Every heart beats to the rhythm of one love. What if we could rise above division, look for the good, and take the time to really listen to everybody, every voice and every color. Give love because we're made to love each other. And even if we disagree, we are all one family. And it don't matter where you come from. Every heart beats to the rhythm of a one love. One love, one love. Every heart beats to the rhythm of a one. Every heart beats to the rhythm. Every heart beats to the rhythm. Every heart beats to the rhythm of one love. Every heart beats to the rhythm. Every heart beats to the rhythm. Every heart beats to the rhythm of one love. Every heart beats to the rhythm. Every heart beats to the rhythm. Every heart beats to the rhythm of one love. One love. One love. One love. Every heart beats to the rhythm of one love. One love. One love. Every heart beats to the rhythm of one love. Every heart beats to the rhythm of one love. Every heart beats to the rhythm of one love.
So as you know, every second Sunday we share the work of the prosperity team or a prosperity story. So today I have a prosperity story from Reverend Pat Ball, who says she will be having knee replacement in the coming year, and the little swivel rocker chair that she usually sits in is too low and unstable for her to get up and out of it easily. So she decided to buy a lazy boy chair that propels her up and out. You know those chairs I'm taking. So she went to investigate. They were having a sale, and so she would get the tax back because it's a medical assist device. So it didn't cost as much as she expected. And then she got some unexpected income from 3 different sources, which ended up covering 80% of the cost, leaving her with about $300 to pay for a $2,000 chair. Thank you, God, she says.
Awesome. I love it when that happens. And this whole month we're looking at abundance. So it's a perfect story for abundance showing up, especially when you're open to it. And it shows up in usually the most unusual ways when you are open to it. So I'd like to look more deeply at a blueprint for abundance. And let's begin by this idea that we're going to look at 3 things: the blueprint, but also the restaurant of life and core principles. And I begin with a story. And the story is of this man who goes to a restaurant, and he goes in, and directly behind him is this ostrich. And he sits down, and the ostrich sits down next to him. And he orders, he says to the waitress, "Well, I think I'd like to have hamburger and fries." And she goes, "Okay." And she looks at the ostrich. The ostrich says, "Well, I'll have the same." So they eat their hamburger and fries, and they get the bill, and it's $8.40. And so he reaches in his pocket, and he pulls out exactly $8.40, like just in one handful, gives it to the waitress. Waitress thinks, wow. So a week goes by, and he goes back to his favorite restaurant, and in comes the ostrich with him again. They sit down, and he says, "Well, I think I'll have a steak and maybe eggs with that." And she looks at the ostrich, and the ostrich says, "Well, I'll have the same." Okay. So the two of them eat their meal, and the waitress comes over and says, "Well, today that will be $32.95. He pulls his hand out of his pocket with exactly $32.95. And she's like, "Wow." And she says, "How is it that you always have the exact change? Like, you don't even count it or anything." And he said, "Well, a while back I was up in my attic, and I found this old lamp. It was an oil lamp. And I decided to shine it. And when I shone it, this genie popped out. And this genie said to me, 'Well, I have 2 wishes to grant for you.'" And so the waitress is like, "Oh, really? So what did you say?" And he said, "Well, the first wish, I really thought about it, and I thought, well, I think I'd like to have exactly the right amount of money that I require anytime I buy anything. And so that's why when I pull my hand out of my pocket, I have exactly what I need for what I'm buying." The waitress says, "That's just fantastic. Like, that will keep you going your whole life. Doesn't matter what you want to buy." He goes, "That's right." He says, "Now, but what about the ostrich?" And he said, "Well, my second wish was that I wanted a tall chick with long legs who always agreed with me." And that's how life works, So we have 4 guiding principles that we're going to look at today, and that is that sit at life's finest table. How often do we play small and not necessarily choose the best for ourselves, for whatever reason, for whatever excuse? And order from the courses of courage. Today in the meditation, it talked about if you're really comfortable all the time, maybe you're not expanding your horizons enough. And there's nothing wrong with being comfortable, but I don't think we're meant to just kind of stagnate. I think we're meant to experience and push the boundaries. And share your table with other dream builders. So spending time with other people who think expansively helps to remember to think expansively. And then to put love and service at the center of your table. So sitting at life's finest table means surrounding yourself with the richest experiences and most meaningful relationships. And I think that, You know, there's a lot of people that I know because of the age that I'm at that are retired or older, and they have a tendency to not necessarily be living with curiosity the way that perhaps they did when they were younger. I don't know if you're that way, if you've gotten a little more complacent or comfortable or whatever, but you don't have to stop just because you're retired or because you're older. You can have really rich, meaningful experiences that are different than how you lived your life before. And think about savoring every moment, making intentional choices, and appreciating the beauty in every interaction. You know, we have time when we're older to really look someone in the eye, to really listen, to really have deep conversations, to really notice the sky and the feel of the wind. And so what's on the menu at your finest table? What are things that you've been rushing through that maybe you could spend a bit more time at? And maybe it is literally a table. Maybe it's you're living on your own, or you've been making just basic meals for yourself. Maybe it's to really splurge at your table, quite literally. Bring out your finest china and just really treat yourself like a special guest. And do you prioritize adventure, love, knowledge, or peace? Like, what comes to mind when you think about what's high on your priority list? The restaurant of life is ordering from courses of courage, meaning choosing experiences that push you beyond your comfort zone, allowing you to grow. I know one of the things that is always front and center for me in the weeks that I've been experiencing, we have artist meditation on Saturdays. And many of the individuals that come to these, I'll call them classes, but they're not really. They're a time to experience yourself doing art, is how brave and courageous the individuals are who come, because they're willing to explore something that maybe they were afraid of before, saying, I'm not artistic, I'm not creative, I'm afraid that I won't be able to produce what it is that I want to produce. And it's not about that, it's about just being creative. It doesn't matter what the end result looks like. One of the conversations I had with a lady yesterday was that usually the piece that the person beats up themselves about the most is the one that, when we have them on display here for people to see, are the ones that people love the most. And they go, really? Because, I mean, we don't see what other people see. We're just expressing who we are when we do art. So how can you push yourself beyond your comfort zone? And maybe it's about speaking your mind when it's difficult, or taking a risk on something that scares you. Speaking my mind when it's difficult. I tried to avoid that like the plague when I was younger. But where did it get me? People pleasing, really, is where it got me. So what's your first courageous dish on this menu? Anything come to mind? You don't have to tell me, because I won't hold you to it. So share your table with other dream builders. That's the secret, isn't it? And maybe the dream builders are share your table with little kids who have no filters, who are just exuberant and just saying it like it is in the moment and really enjoying life. Or maybe it's with the most positive person that you know, because then you leave that interaction feeling really great. Surround yourself with visionaries, risk takers, and doers who inspire you and challenge you to reach new heights. If you get to know me and spend time with me one-on-one, I won't let you get away with much. I might let you vent for a while, but then I'll ask you some questions. So just a warning. Their passion and energy, those visionaries, can fuel your own, creating a synergy where dreams become reality. So if you've been feeling kind of bored or complacent or what should I do next or those kind of things, I'd suggest that perhaps choose somebody that you don't normally spend as much time with, that is a little bit out of the box. So who are they in your life? Anybody come to mind? And sometimes they're exhausting because they're so energetic, or they have such expansive ideas, and you can only take them in fits and spurts, and that's okay too. So how about putting love and service at the center of your table as the main course? I was quite a bit older, like as in maybe in my 30s, when service, as in not being paid to serve, became more important to me. And maybe that's just the journey that I was on, the human journey for me. It wasn't something that I was taught by my parents. They were immigrants. And so everything they did for their own survival. They didn't have a whole lot extra to give to other people. And it was kind of a new concept when I met a few individuals who were very much giving without receiving anything in return. It had to be learned for me. Any of you experienced that? Or were you always from a family that just gave? I've met a few people like that. Certain cultures are that way where, you show up at the door and they'll feed you and do everything just because you came by to drop off something or to say hello. Or maybe you got the wrong house, but they were having dinner, so they invited you in. I mean, that was not our family. Sharing acts of kindness, supporting others, and nurturing meaningful connections can fill your soul in ways that material things never could. So it's about creating a space where generosity and empathy are the most valued dishes. And I guess I have to say I'm glad that I've been able to live long enough that I have that now. I was very driven in my 20s. I didn't have that in my 20s, but I do now. It transforms the entire dining experience of life. It's just so much better. And I really love getting to know people. I know that when I meet someone, if I have the time, and I try to take the time, I really want to know something about them. So that when they leave me, I know who they are. And, that can be uncomfortable because I can ask questions that are a little deep at times. But that's the way I want to live. Do you do that? Yeah, a few of you are nodding. So how do you weave love and service into your daily life? How do you show love to a stranger, for instance? Is it in the form of kindness? Maybe it's just attention. You get what you order from life. And I don't know if you've always known this. And we teach that here at Unity, and that is that your thoughts create your life. What you're radiating, who you are being energetically, is what you're ordering from life. So if you're in a fearful state, then it seems as though more reasons to be afraid show up. If you're in a loving, trusting, open state, then there are reasons to be loving, trusting, and open that show up that are just amazing. So every choice and action is like placing an order off a menu. You can't expect filet mignon if you're ordering a side of plain rice. So if you've been getting rice, but you wanted filet mignon, what do you have to do to change that? Maybe you're a vegetarian, so it's eggplant parmesan. Are you intentional about what you're ordering, or do you think it's time to try something new? And what is that? Sometimes you may not even realize that you've limited yourself. That's okay. So let's look at a blueprint. So start by envisioning the life you desire with striking clarity. And I say striking clarity. See it, taste it, feel it, smell it. Visualize the details like your daily routines, the people around you, the places that you visit. I had an opportunity to speak to a woman who said she really didn't like the place that she was living and that she really wanted to live somewhere else. And I said, so what are you doing about that? Nothing. Complaining. And I said, how about see yourself in your best kitchen? What are you doing in that kitchen? What does it feel like in that kitchen? See yourself walking through the door. Feel yourself walking through the door. What does that feel like when you walk in? What does it sound like? What does it smell like? Is there anybody there? Like, get really clear. So perhaps you're thinking about, what might it be? What came to mind? And then envision that in the most clear way that you can, using all of your senses. This blueprint becomes a powerful guide. Break it down into tangible steps. What actions will move you closer to this vision? And the first action is to have that vision in every way. So with this woman, I said to her, what does it feel like when you're lying in your bedroom, in bed, in this place that is your ideal place? What does it feel like when your eyes are closed and you think about how it feels in this space? What does it feel like? Because our feelings will not limit what might come to you. They'll actually be more of an attractor factor than anything else. So consistency and persistence are the key. And stop complaining about what you don't want. Let that go and envision. So I've handed out today how to create a vision statement for yourself. And for those of you online, I'll put it in the comments section after this video goes live so that you can go through and do that for yourself as well. And also align with your values and intentions. So think about what's important for you. And that was one of the things I spoke to this woman about as well, is what are your intentions? She said, well, I want to feel safe. I want it to be quiet. And so that was her value. She valued peace and quiet. So she's not going to move into a place that's got a lot of street noise or traffic or those kind of things. So I said, well, so when you do your envisioning, envision how it feels to feel that peace and that quiet. Because then those opportunities start to show up. So let your core principles guide each step infusing your journey with this purpose. Visualization is the greatest key to success. Because that's why we have that imagination. That's one of our most powerful tools. Imagination tied with feelings. So you can envision till the cows come home, wherever that statement came from. But if you don't feel it too, it is not nearly as powerful. So picturing your goals vividly can transform them from dreams into tangible realities. When Randy and I first moved to this area, we were thinking that perhaps he might be working in Kitchener and perhaps I might be working in Hamilton. And so we said, we would like to live somewhere that is the perfect distance for both of us to drive to both those places. Now, he didn't end up working in Kitchener, and that's fine. But what ended up happening was that the house we found was 38.5 kilometers from Kitchener and 39.5 kilometers from Hamilton. And it's not like we put a dot on the map, but we were really clear on what it is that we wanted. So are you really clear on that which you would like to have happen? It's like ordering from the finest menu and really imagining the taste and feel of what you want. So this mental practice sets a stage for actual outcomes. And it really works. And don't just believe me. Try it, like experiment with it. So how often do you use visualization to shape your path? Now maybe you're saying, oh, I don't. The thing is, you do all the time. You're always envisioning, and maybe it's not positive. Maybe it's, oh, it's the same old, but you are always, always visioning and visualizing. So why not make it stuff that you want? That's one vision. What's one vision that you're working for right now? I know mine is my health journey. And, I talked about curling my toes in the sand and walking on the beach, which I haven't been able to do for a while. Every day now when I meditate, I imagine myself walking on hot sand going, oh, this is so hot. Walking into the ocean, swimming. So let's look at some core principles. Are these perhaps your core principles? You can think about what they might be. Those things that guide you in life, that are important, and if they didn't exist, you wouldn't be happy. So they're like the solid foundation of a well-built house. So things like curiosity, respect, integrity. I know I thought about that for myself and thought I like to be mentally stimulated. And so sometimes it's watching videos and movies and things. I like to feel my adrenaline rise and fall. So I watch sometimes things that my husband does not ever like watching, shoot 'em up, bang bang stuff, because I like that feeling of, a little bit of exhilaration. That's not all of my life at all. Like I can sit quietly and enjoy that too. So that's another principle for me, is having time to be peaceful and quiet and not have anything that I have to do. So what is it for you? Curiosity keeps you engaged, exploring the depths of your world and others. Are you curious? Are you curious about what might come next? Or what do you know that maybe might help me? Respect ensures you value and honor your perspectives. That's a big one for me. Is it for you? Respect? Integrity drives every interaction to be honest and genuine. Integrity is a big one for me. If you're in my world. If you're not, go for it, whatever you want. Your core principles act as a compass, guiding every decision and action. So know that if you're feeling like you ought not to do something, maybe it's one of your core principles that's already telling you this isn't in alignment with what it is that you want. So what do you think are your guiding principles? Anything come up as I was mentioning those? So, go ahead. Kindness. Yeah. That's a big one, isn't it? Yeah. Here are steps to harness your invisible power and consciously create the life you want. And I use the term deliberately, invisible power, because in our newsletter this past week, we included a free PDF book of Your Invisible Power by Geneviève Bertrand, or Bayron, perhaps it is. And because it's such an old book, it's free for anyone. It's available. So have a look at it. It's written in slightly older English, but it is really the key principles of life and how to live it in the best way that you can. So begin by visualizing. Start by creating a vision of the life that you would live. What would you love? Harmonize by using your mental faculties and participating in the laws of the universe. So you know how you can feel if something is right or it's not right? And it's not just fear. That's harmonizing. That's going with the flow. You have that inner guidance. And then you have at least 6 mental facilities. faculties: perception, will, imagination, memory, intuition, and reason. And each of them provide unique ways to connect deeper with yourself and with your sense of purpose. And in unity, we say that there are 12. Don't ask me to repeat them now. We're talking about elimination this month, though, so I remember that one. Together, actually, all of those form a holistic approach to understanding and achieving harmony with the spiritual side of life. So you might, if you haven't, look up the 12 Powers of Man on Google or on the Unity website and look at all of those different faculties that you have and which one maybe aren't you focusing on enough that you could, that would bring more balance. Think about how you use them every day. Like, how do you love every day? How do you release and let go every day? How do you visualize and use your imagination? And your imagination, of course, fuels dreams and grounds you also with reason. Willpower drives your actions. Perception shapes your experiences. Memory keeps wisdom alive. Yeah, can you imagine if we had to keep relearning something every time? Wow, that would be exhausting. And intuition connects you to your deeper truth. Has your intuition gotten better as you've gotten older? Some people, I don't know. That's because it was probably really good to begin with. These elements, when harmonized, create a powerful synergy. Which faculty resonates with you right now? Me, it's been imagination. It's been huge in the last little while. And love. And not so much out there, but love for myself. I'm learning to love myself in ways that I didn't before when I was younger. And appreciate myself. Are you? Do you appreciate yourself? Yeah. And how amazing our bodies are. What they allow us to do, like Emilio. We're laughing because he had a frog in his throat and so do I. And I mean, but our voices are still working. Yeah. I love my voice. I love your voice. The consciousness of giving of your time, talent, and treasure puts you into the frequency of abundance. So is there an area where you are feeling Scroogey in maybe your time or in your talent or in your treasure? Maybe you can up your giving in that. Give more of your time or give more of your talent or give more of your treasure because you're going to get more of it back. Put on your vision with sensory vividness. Oh, I can feel that hot sand. Using your 5 senses, ask, what does that life feel like, sound like, smell like, taste like, look like? What does it? If you think of it, tell me at some point or send me an email. I want to join you in that vision. Practice putting on this life and that you desire because you don't attract what you want, you attract who you're being. Take action. Ask, what can I do with what I have? What's one step I can take in the direction of my dream? Action is the magic that makes your dreams welcome. And it's the 5th principle of unity. Like you can dream and write lists and feel it till the cows come home. But if you don't take action when you have some kind of an insight, some kind of intuition, then it just sits there. It's waiting for you. So realize the life you would love and live it in your mind first because then it'll be in your life. And as you picture it in your mind, get in harmony with spirit through your mental faculties. Feel your vision. Take action towards your dreams, and you will realize it right into experience. And it seems so simple, but it's actually work. I mean, we've got monkey minds. And, you know, if you let it run rampant during the day, it can be very unproductive. So why not set aside a few times in the day? I had a girlfriend who had one of those watches that would beep every hour. And what she did in that hour was that vision that she had. She stopped for a minute and she felt it. And before you knew it, it was her reality. So sit at life's finest table. Embrace the fullest, most vibrant experiences. Live from love, courage, generosity, and service, and seek deeper connections, bolder choices. Let's create a life filled with acts of kindness, moments of bravery, and relationships brimming with authenticity. I love authenticity. Sometimes it's not so great when someone's being authentic, but I would much rather that they're authentic, right? I would much rather know what's really going on. So if I can help, I'm here. So little actions can create ripples that impact more lives than you might imagine. So what will you start with today? Did something come to mind? Anyone want to share? Maybe Marcy, I'll get you to share after. No, when you're asking about the takeaway. But if you want to share, Marcia, you can. So we looked at the restaurant of life. And, you know, did you wish for an ostrich? The chick. Yes, exactly. And that's the thing, is that life is so literal. And that's why feeling needs to be involved in that vision. So if that man had felt what it felt like to have that tall chick with long legs who always agreed with him, rather than just the words, then he would have had a woman. Right? So let's say yes to life.
Oh yeah. If it could be that we agree, live in harmony, set aside all that divides for the sake of humanity, would you say yes? Yes, yes, yes. If it could be that we agree to meet on common ground, plant a tree and spread the fruit of love all around, would you say yes? Yes, yes, yes. Come on, everybody, sing with me. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. If you believe in you and me, sing yes, yes, yes. Woo. If you believe like I believe, we can make a better world. Listen to each other till every voice is heard, singing yes, 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 yes. What would you say if you found a way to all poverty? So always live with dignity, see to shine and see. Oh, would you say yes? Come on, everybody, sing with me. Yes,
your takeaway today? And you can share. Yes, Bruce.
You mentioned restaurants.
Hey, let's see.
Oh, the technician, yeah. Yeah, no, you mentioned restaurants. I got up this morning and I don't usually do much in the kitchen other than put it in the microwave, put it in the oven, turn it on, whatever type thing, right? So this morning I got up and I had unthawed 2 pounds of hamburger. I put it in a bowl and I mashed it together with barbecue sauce and salt and pepper. And then I, put it in the frying pan. Anyway, I'm making this kind of hamburger helper. So, because my son and grandson are coming for dinner. So, I don't usually put that much effort into a meal. So, I must have known what you're going to talk about. So, thanks very much.
In the flow. Anyone else? Okay. Thank you, Bruce. So, I did something a little different today. Instead of writing out the way I usually do, I chose to focus on the juiciest words in your presentation. So there are quite a few, but I'm not going to give you all of them. And I'll share a few. Vibrant experiences, appreciating the beauty, richest experiences, prioritize, bolder choices, synergy, brimming with authenticity, infusing your journey, picturing vividly, keeps you engaged, exploring the depths. I thought those were just rich, juicy words and phrases. And lastly, it's your vision for curling your toes and walking on hot sand. It's my experience. It was the most awful thing that I ever had to go through. I did 1 year on Dover Beach because I was totally ignorant of that beach experience. So I will allow you, not I will allow you, you can, visualize your hot sand. Yes. Been there and done that.
Where's Dover Beach?
Dover. Port Dover, sorry. Port Dover, yes. No offense to the people who live in Port Dover, but I was so unprepared. Anywho. So let's turn our attention to conscious giving. And we know that we can give via the basket here in the sanctuary, via e-transfer to admin@unityspiritualcenter.com, or if you still write checks, to Unity Spiritual Center. And everything we receive helps to keep us on the air and doing the work that we do within and without our community. So let's say the affirmation together as we receive your gifts. Divine love that I am blesses all I give and all I receive.
You turn the news on, you get your blues on from all the negativity. It's hard to wrap yourself around what's going down on TV. You can stress it, second guess it. You can think about it way too hard. Or you can move the conversation from your head to your heart. Sometimes it's a matter of just letting go. Holding on to the one thing we know. Love wins. That's where the circle of life begins. It's the one simple lesson for learning again and again.
And know that we're here to pray with you. So if you would like your prayer this week to have the vision fill your consciousness with every idea that you require to live your best life, then send it to me as a prayer request to prayer@unityspiritualcenter.com, or anything else that you may have weighing on your mind, because I can believe that God is guiding your life in the best way possible. So let's say this prayer for protection written by James Dillett Freeman, and I've added the yellow words. The light of God surrounds you. I am the light. The love of God enfolds you. I am the love. The power of God protects you. I am the power. The presence of God watches over you. I am the presence. Wherever you are, God is. Wherever I am, God is. And all is well. And this is a lovely song that we've been singing for a number of years now.
Since the beginning.
Since the beginning.
Yeah, I think it was one of our first songs.
Way before the dinosaurs.
During COVID.
Let our hearts not be hard to those living on the margin. There is room at the table for everyone. This is where it all begins. This is how we get
So thank you, everyone. Thank you online. I'm so glad that you're with us. And remember, I love you, and I love you. So join us for potluck next week if you're available, and we'll see you next week. Bye for now.